The lack of concrete proof that the attack took place has been raised by some officials and academics, but such questions are often dismissed. For example, take a look at this BBC interview.
If he has used chemical weapons, it's absolutely right to do a rap across his knuckles. But I just wonder, you know, we've had some bad experiences on intelligence.
Given that we're in an information war with Russia on so many fronts, do you think perhaps it's inadvisable to be stating this so publicly, given your position and your profile? Isn't there a danger that you're muddying the waters?
That was retired senior officer of the Royal Navy, Alan West, questioning whether there was enough intelligence to claim Assad was using chemical weapons. But the BBC presenter suggested such comments should not be made publicly because they fall into line with the official position of Moscow. We've requested a comment from the channel. We will let you know if they respond. However, not just the BBC. The Times newspaper published an article labelling those who have questioned the evidence of the attack as Assad apologists. RT's Isa Ali has been taking a closer look.
One of the people pointed out or singled out in that Times article is Louis Alday. The Times said that he had written a tweet calling into question the account of previous chemical attacks. Mr. Alday has since gone on Twitter and shown that he never sent that tweet and has demanded an apology from the Times. Another example is Tim Hayward. He's another academic here in the UK, and he's been seen as being guilty of association because he's written for an online publication called 21st Century Wire, whose deputy editor has also come in for criticism by the Times. Her name is Vanessa Beeley. So all of these kind of examples showing that to stray from the dominant narrative of the war on Syria will lead you to being accused of being an Assad apologist. That's been the criticism of some here in the UK. And there are those who say that this current environment, again, resembling somewhat of a witch hunt, isn't conducive to free speech and to free investigation and inquiry over the events of not just the weekend, but the past 7 years of the UK's policy towards Syria and its support of the opposition groups there.
International politics lecturer Dr. Tara McCormack revealed what it's like to be one of the academics on the receiving end of the Times attack.
Well, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. You know, in the working group, we have a range of different opinions on international relations and so on. Colleagues have tweeted various things about the alleged chemical attack. Tweeting does not signify necessarily endorsement. That's also a different thing from academic research. It's a sort of bizarre attempt to smear guilt by association, a few social media posts, ridiculous attempt simply to shut down a working group that presumably may be asking questions that the Times doesn't think should be answered. All in all, a disgrace to British journalism and a threat to academic freedom and free speech in the UK.